Let's talk about the Yanks. They get the 1-1 draw against the Welsh. Gareth Bale equalizes with a penalty off a questionable decision from Walker Zimmerman. What's the instant reaction to this game? Is this let me
Um,
ask you, is this good? Is this a good result?
yeah, I would say so. Overall,
Okay.
yes. I was saying in another group chat that I'm in that I had not been excited to watch the U.S. play since 2014. No, you know what? Since Bobby Wood put two past Germany, which I think was in the latter stages of 2014, early 2015.
Probably.
I don't remember, but
Ages ago.
2014. Yeah.
ages ago.
Eons
Ages
ago.
ago. Bobby Wood doesn't even fucking play for the team. Motherfucker's probably back in Hawaii right now, eating.
I think he's
spam
on the
and pineapple.
bench in Utah at Real Salt Lake.
I know, but
Last I saw.
he's visiting family right now in the off season.
Okay, yeah, it's off season. You're right.
Yeah. He's doing his thing over there. And you know, I don't know. I just hadn't gotten hype for anything like that in a long time. I will say the most it's fucking wild that Gio Reyna didn't start, first of all. Or that he
Didn't
even
start, didn't play.
Didn't play, period. Fucking
Yeah,
wild.
that's
But
crazy.
we could talk about that
That's
in a
crazy.
second. The goal got me so hype. I mean, that was textbook. I don't think I'd seen an open play goal like that from the US that didn't come off of like a blatant fumble in the box in so long.
Yeah.
Like I watched the USA hype video. It's all the same goals. The other team makes a mistake and somebody taps it in.
just a
ugly,
fast counter. Yeah.
ugly goals.
Yeah.
This was gorgeous. This was gorgeous. Textbook, perfect finishing. Like what a stud. What a fucking stud. What a stud. It's the fucking haircut. We predicted this in the haircut video. The man's got the fade.
Oh, he was looking clean.
He was looking clean.
He was looking clean.
His style of play matched his haircut. Clean. That being said,
Made him
Walker
faster
Zimmerman,
too.
And he's faster. Made him faster. Aerodynamic. Walker.
He's got that high top. He doesn't get there. He doesn't beat the Welsh
Right.
defender. Holds him back.
And it's indicative of
Mhm.
Walker Zimmerman. He had his fucking top knot, started getting frayed, started coming out of the band. So he made that ugly tackle, which initially, I will say I watched that initially, and I was like, nah. All ball, baby. All ball, baby.
And then you see the other angle and you're like, holy shit, he took out his ankles.
Like he took out both legs.
Yeah.
Like not even one.
Scissor
Took
kicked
them both
him.
back.
He
Yeah.
scissor kicked him.
Against an
Yeah.
old man who cannot possibly make a quick turn anymore like that to even shoot the damn ball.
Well, you saw. I mean, they both had the top knot. Walker Zimmerman was like, we're going to display dominance here. Wrong time, Walker. Pick a better fucking time and place. Read the room. You son of a bitch. Just stand in front of him.
I mean,
No, you're right.
Yeah, that
A little
was
too much Thor
was
Love and
frustrating.
Thunder, not enough intelligence. You know, just
correct.
brute force.
Yep.
He saw
We saw Thor Love and Thunder. We needed to see Thor Ragnarok. That's what we needed to see there.
We did.
Foolish.
Mm-hmm.
Foolish boy.
He was good until that mistake.
He was good until that. Yeah, he was. I was pleasantly surprised.
He was good, and I was surprised with the synergy that he had with Tim Ream, a guy who hasn't seen the field, and I feel about more than a year, right, for the U.S.
I was so proud.
time.
I was so proud of
And-
Berhalter for putting Ream in there.
He looked pretty nasty. Like, the man's slow, but holy shit, I mean, he's got a god touch compared to any of our other defenders.
He's confident. He's confident, dude.
He looks like a Premier League defender.
Because he is. He is. He's a good
Yeah.
Premier League defender. Thank the fucking Lord. I think we said in the group chat, who could have ever predicted this? Who would have thought that fucking Tim Ream would be a competent defender?
Yeah,
I wonder what podcast you have to go to fucking get that take.
Yeah.
Berhalter finally tuned in, and we got some
did.
fucking pedigree in the back line. Finally.
Yeah. It is a crime for how long he has not been in the lineup, because that whole center back partnership's completely changed. And now he's got to make a decision on if Zim Man stays in or not, in my opinion.
I think that Zimmerman played well besides that. And frankly, we were looking pretty confident up until then. So I think he could get another start. He gets another opportunity. But if you see another mistake like that again,
Yeah.
no.
I'm really curious what y'all's take is on this, but I think the momentum for the U.S. changed whenever Greg made those 3 subs. He brought in Kellen Acosta, abysmal, even though that amazing foul that he had on Gareth Bale where he's about to take that midfield shot, that's probably the greatest thing that man has ever done in his entire career.
Correct. And you know what? You
don't try to correct me on that.
No.
It is just straight up fact.
You are correct.
It was the smartest foul I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yes. And that, you know what? This might be a hot take here. That's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum that he had to do there. I would have done that. You would have done that. Jake, I know damn well you would have done that. You would have got a red.
He would have gone to ground. He would have gone to ground.
He would have gone to ground. And you know what? Maybe that red would have been worth it because then Gareth Bale's not in the box and we don't get that pen. You know? Jack, you would have done that too. Any sensible footballer with any sort of experience is going to do that. So thank God he did. But I mean,
yeah, because that had a 50-yard goal written all over with Matt Turner crawling all 4s like a dog back to the post. I mean, he had to come out. I don't think that he had another choice, but
he had to. Yeah,
I almost shat my pants, and I'm glad I didn't. But yeah. I mean, going back to what I was saying, I think the U.S. momentum changed when Acosta came in, Yedlin sub, very strange, and Haji Wright. You know, I think that really shifted the whole
Jordan
team.
Morris.
Well, that was later. That was just a howler, and we knew Greg was going to have a howler. I think Acosta was a good warm up for a howler, and then Jordan Morris instead of Gio Reyna. I mean, come on, we need a goal. We need a goal, and you bring on a scrub.
You shift what you got to do. You shift Aronson up to the wing, and you bring Gio Reyna in midfield.
Yes,
lock it down.
Yeah, if I'm Reyna, I'm like, Greg, what the hell, bro?
But instead, you bring Aronson in and play like attacking mid. Like, I'm just like,
look.
Why?
I thought Aronson did well, but like, I don't know. Gio Reyna is better than him in that position. Flat out.
No. He did do okay, but it's up to the fucking manager to know how to put his player in the proper position. Aronson, I mean, he sprinted his ass off. He was winning some tackles. He was doing what he should be doing out on the field. But I mean, you're right, Jake. Like, I don't really have an opinion on Haji Wright. He had like a couple touches maybe the entire game, but I just feel like the Acosta, I'm like, why are you going conservative? Get a second goal, put Reyna on, put Aronson out wide, and put this fucking game to bed. Instead, you're going to be like, let's turtle. We're not used to turtling. We don't even play like that in CONCACAF. We're the guys with the ball the whole time. We maybe do that against Mexico if we're defending a lead late. But you can't, like, that was the most dominant 45 minutes I've seen the U.S. play in the first half in a long time. Especially under Berhalter.
This whole calendar year. Easily.
Yeah. Oh, correct. My God, easy. That compared to the Japan friendly we saw. Night and day. Yeah. Literally a brand new team. Just do it again. Get the second goal. Dude, Wales had nothing going on. And let me tell you, Rob Page saved the fucking game by putting in Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore was causing Ream and Zimmerman problems.
He was running
6'5" bulldog. Yes. Dan James didn't do anything in 45 minutes. And Kiefer Moore changed the game. Literally changed the game. He is the reason that Wales had a few chances there. And I believe he had a header that like barely went over the post at one point too.
That was him.
He was causing havoc. Yeah, he was causing havoc, which is a little concerning because we're going to go against big strikers from better teams. And it's not going to be Wales, and they're going to be a little more clinical. But I think maybe Rob Page's substitution and Greg's are responsible for the final result being 1-1.
Agreed. That being said, back to what we were talking about earlier about, your reaction to getting scored on. It looked, I don't want to say good because people are going to think that I was in love with it, but it was decent. The way that we handled ourselves and the composure that we managed to retain after the goal, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought we might fold again. And I mean, I don't know. I was kind of deluded that maybe Wales would come through and we would get something together, but we just didn't have the skill in the midfield to get the ball up to the people that mattered. or the offensive firepower to put it away.
Yeah.
In Acosta. That being said, I was pretty pleasantly surprised with how the game was handled and put to bed there at the end. Because Wales had the momentum, and we managed to shut it down.
Yeah, so. I mean, that definitely had a, after Bale scored in the 82nd minute, I believe, another Wales goal in the 89th, or maybe in extra time written all over it. And they were trying. They were damn trying. I mean, the U.S. was scrambling there in the back and just playing kickball, trying to get it out of there. But, you bring up a point about the midfield not being strong enough. I mean, that goes back to exactly what I just said a few minutes ago, that
100%.
The fucking subs from the MLS ain't going to cut it. It's just such a big drop-off in what the team is able to do when you bring on guys like Acosta. I swear to God, Roldan better not see the damn field because he's going to get bulldozed.
Shit, dude.
I mean, we need the only sub that I could see from our list other than Reyna that didn't play is Luca De La Torre.
Why didn't he go in?
I don't know.
Man he is so good at just taking the ball and not losing it. That's his best thing.
That's his whole prime motive. That's his whole prime directive. And they put, Acosta. Why?
He hasn't played club football in forever. MLS has been done for like a month and a half.
Yeah, I just...
Or at least for the guys who didn't make the playoffs. Now that I'm saying that he might be on LAFC, so he might have won the MLS Cup, the point still stands. The quality ain't good enough. And you can tell that this is a Wales team that they battled against these Euro guys. They've come back down 2-0 against better teams in the U.S. And this is where being battle tested helps you out. Honestly, if we have this lead against any team in CONCACAF, it's done. It's done. I don't even think Mexico comes back. Maybe Canada catches on the counter. Not this Mexico, no. But these are the big boys now. And
you got the big dogs. You got to play like the big dogs. That goes for the manager, too.
You got a grr, you got a woof, and you got a bark.
And you got to put the fucking right players in to fucking match the tempo. Read the fucking room, Greg.
Yeah.
I will don't understand.
Greg got the starting 11 right.
He did. I was pleasantly surprised.
And then
he did.
He proved us wrong after half.
And then I think he just diverted back to the norm. Like overly pragmatic. And you can tell, bro. You can tell we have not been playing these European teams. You got to kill the game. So, I if I had to guess, I would say most fans are probably disappointed we didn't win. Do you think that's fair to say?
The general consensus I see is most people are viewing this as a loss.
You know what? Good.
Which I would wholeheartedly disagree. I mean, I have zero expectations of the U.S. to... Shit, I don't have them making it out of the group. So, a tie is great. They easily could have gotten the dub there, and I would have been very happy for them. But, a tie is better than a loss.
It is. But I like
written all over it.
I like that the general consensus is that we need to be playing to a higher standard of football. I think that is incredibly important. I think that is indicative of a growing soccer culture here, and the fact that we're hearing, frankly, any buzz at all is pretty tremendous. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Maybe that'll be the kick in the pants that these boys need to get up, ponte huevo, and to play against, frankly, more difficult opposition because we started on the easy foot.
Yeah. And the next two games are going to be really tough.
Mm-hmm. England next. What do you think was the biggest flaw in the United States' game today? Or the biggest area of improvement?
I think it's always going to be the striker and Greg Berhalter. Always.
Shit, I thought Josh Sargent did a decent job, actually. He put in a day's work.
You think
it was his hold-up that led to the first goal.
You think he should have stayed in for the whole 90?
I was okay with the Haji Wright sub. I think it's good to get that lad some minutes, but like I've said multiple times now, the other subs were terrible.
Yeah,
especially Yedlin. Why?
Look,
is Des tired?
Defense. I feel Des gets burned a lot.
He did. There were a couple times that he got kind of cooked over there. And thank God, Tim Ream and Zimmerman looked pretty solid at those moments. And I thought Des did look pretty good going forward. He at least scared the Welsh enough to pull some focus. But yeah, I don't know. For the most part, I don't know. I get why he put him on. That is a weakness for us. We just don't have the team over there that we need to have. We've got a wing back over there. We've got an offensive defender.
Yeah. I think Des is great going forward, and obviously his liabilities are defensive. But compared to Yedlin, I'd say their defensive output's the same.
Yedlin's progression to me as a player is so interesting because he used to be the guy that would go in and might even get you a red card or something because he would just fly in, studs up, overcompensating on defense. And I don't know. I kind of wish we would have had that. Scare him. Don't make the left wing an option.
You wish you would have gotten a red card?
I don't wish you would have gotten a red card, but I wish you would have had that attitude, Instead, we were playing up the right wing, with fucking Jordan Morris up there. Like, that shouldn't even be an option. Go back to Pulisic. Go back to Pulisic. Go play it up the middle through Aronson and stuff because, it was just a liability. Like, Yedlin could not hold the ball at his feet. There were so many mistakes over there that I just got kind of scared by. I don't know.
His touch has always been bad.
They were giving
he's always had a bad touch.
But to the defense of the U.S., I could see why they didn't want to go in hard on tackles or anything like that because of the damn ref.
Okay.
The ref was so bipolar with what he was calling, and we have to talk about it. There was so many flip-flop calls, and I totally understood him giving those 2 yellow cards in the first 15 minutes to U.S. players. Of course, I don't like it, but I can understand him trying to control the game, and then he's just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Y'all just play. It was so bizarre, and I'm not going to say that if we had a different reffing crew that we would have won that, but it would have been played differently, and the momentum might have shifted slightly in our favor.
I think the Welsh did a great job of out-yanking the Yanks. They made the game physical. They were getting bodied, so they did what we usually do, which is, okay, we got to start fouling these motherfuckers. We got to start dragging them down.
And they were getting called for it, and it was great for them.
And the ref, just absolutely cleans Pulisic from the back, looks up, ref calls a foul, but no card, and he's like, okay, I'll do it again. And again, and again, and again. And I understand that it was frustrating. I saw a lot of people like, this is the worst ref I've ever seen. Okay, bit exaggerative.
No.
We lost. Yeah. We would have won if we had blah, blah, blah.
Seen African
this should have been a red card.
That was racist.
CONMEBOL refs can be shocking.
CONMEBOL refs are, honestly, being a CONMEBOL ref probably has to be the most lucrative job. Probably in world
because
football.
Of bribes or
because you get paid on both sides to just not call anything.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
Yeah. They just murder each other for 90 minutes.
They do not bring the cards to the game.
My job is done.
They leave the first lunch meeting where somebody comes with a brown paper bag filled with, I don't know, whatever currency is, they're bribing, and they're like, don't call shit.
The most stable that week. Yeah.
They're like, cool, we got to wrap this lunch up because I got drinks after this with, the fucking Argentine representative. He's doing the same thing.
Yeah. I think blaming the ref, unless it's like truly a horrendous penalty decision or something, is just soft.
Yeah, correct.
Because
we can't be relying on that.
No, we can't. And I asked the question earlier, what's the biggest weakness? And Connor, I agree with you. It's the striker, but even bigger than that is It's being clinical. What do we say about England? 7 shots on goal, 6 goals. Like, if you look at that first half, that has to be a 2-goal first half. It has to be, because Wales and Rob Page, they're going to make an adjustment, which they did, completely change the game, and we don't have that. We don't have the momentum anymore.
And Berhalter didn't have the answer to it.
No, he didn't. He said, "Well, we're winning still." So, and then he just put his hands in his pockets and he stood there. Like, no, you got to kill the game off. But in the U.S. had chances in the first half, but I've always felt Tim Weah, he's not clinical. It was a great finish. He's not that clinical. Brendan Aronson, I mean, he didn't really get any shooting chances. He's not a scorer. He's not a scorer like that. He's a dog. He makes scoring opportunities, but he's not a scorer. Pulisic, probably the most on the team, the most clinical, but even him, not so. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have like a Marcus Rashford, like first fucking touch of the game, he scores. And I'm not going to pretend like he's the most clinical guy, but he probably would be on the U.S. if he was American.
No, but it hit his right foot. It took a bounce, and then it hit his left foot, hit the back of the fucking net. You need that. You need somebody who's going to have
2 great goals.
Incredible. You need
probably had 4 shots or something, 2 goals. Like, you need that. We talked about Jonathan David in the preview. Like, we don't have that guy where it's Taremi, bro. Taremi's first goal, I was like, all right, this guy's a beast. Like, he's a beast. We just got to say that.
You put Jonathan David on this U.S. team, this shit ends 2-0. 2-0.
Oh, more than that, I feel like.
Really?
Give us Taremi or Jonathan David, and it's a 3-1 final score, I think.
Well, they don't play for MLS, so they would never see the field.
That's true.
That's why a striker's so important. So important. We got the English next. How you guys feeling about that one? Given the
not good. Not fucking good, man. I mean, what I'm fucking pissed about is now I'm invested. I watched the goddamn hype video, and I mean, I saw this. I listened to President Biden's fucking phone call, which was so soft.
Wait, what do you say? What do you say?
What, you didn't see that?
No, hell no, I didn't see that.
What? Oh my god, it was.
Who put it out? U.S. Soccer?
All the media did.
So hear me out. President Biden talked to them for about 5-6 minutes. Greg was on the phone. I mean, it looked like a grandfather calling his grandchildren to wish them happy birthday. Like, it was pretty soft. How old are you now? For the most part. How old are you now? Yeah. And Greg was facilitating. He was like, he was like, guys, the president's on the line. And then Biden was like, oh yeah, It was a pre-written speech. It was pretty soft overall. The lads didn't really react. The one dope thing that he said was, he said, let's go out there and let's shock them all. And that's what we need to do. And to be completely frank, I will never forgive them for hyping me up, because now I'm invested after that performance.
Shock them all, or shock and all?
Shock them all. Shock them all. Let's go and shock. Okay. Let's go and shock them all. And I was like, you're right, Joe. And, I think we did with that first game. It was decent, but now I'm invested, and I'm going to be screaming at this goddamn TV.
Damn, could you imagine if Trump was on the phone? If we were playing the World Cup with Trump, he would have had those boys hot. Regardless of where you stand, he would have fucking
pre-game speech against Iran. Oh my god! He'd be like, I did not put that embargo on their ass for nothing. All right, you go in there and you spank that ass.
Like, we had the greatest football team. We are the greatest football team on the planet. I've got many good friends on the U.S. men's national team. That Brendan Aronson, he's got.
But that's what you need, right?
He's the only one on the team that's got a better haircut than me.
Completely inappropriate. Probably would have heightened tensions in the Middle East, but we probably would have gotten the dub.
It would have escalated. So, it would have escalated. But what's more important?
The dub.
Political stability or 3 points at the World Cup? You guys comment down below. I really don't know.
That's how I'm voting. I'm voting like that from now on. I'm like,
from now on,
give these boys the best speech in the fucking locker room. I'm like, it's not going to be Hillary. No.
No.
You know who would get him fucking hype? His goddamn. Oh my god, what's his fucking name? Bernie. Bernie would get those boys.
He'd probably say something.
Fuck up. I think so.
He'd probably say something.
He'd probably say some shit.
He would go.
Because I feel like
for sure.
He would, and he'd probably say something offensive.
Because he's
like, I'm
Jewish,
sorry
right?
to say this. Yeah, and then he would say something offensive. Yeah,
he would. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
I think Trump's Jewish too. Actually, they got
no
skin in the game.
way.
I think Trump is Jewish. Swear to you, I think so.
I don't know that man's origins.
I don't know.
I
that
have
man's
no
origins
idea.
really.
I'd have to.
He
check.
could be from another planet. Honestly,
He feels like it sometimes. Yeah, but we don't have to get political here.
Yeah, we've already.
But yeah, going back to footy, I am nervous for the England game this Friday. I am nervous. Is it too late to go to 6 in the back for the US?
I don't think we go 6 in the back. You know what I think we need to do? I think genuinely, this is my take. I think we need to hurt somebody. We need to get like the NFL targeting system back. Greg's got to be like 15 grand to the first person who fucking snaps Bukayo Saka or Mason Mount. End him right there. I want a strong tackle, maybe a really hard yellow in the first, and let him know like this isn't you guys aren't going to have the run of the game. You want to put your career on the line, you can, but this is how we are going forward. That's what we need.
Only Tyler Adams will do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Good thing.
Maybe Musa. Actually, no. I can see McKinney.
No. Didn't Musa play for like England U15s or something? Nah, he a double agent.
I don't give a fuck.
I
want Brendan.
Got to have the worst game of his career.
We got to have the boys that are going to go to war. We need Gio Reyna. We need Brendan Aronson in that midfield. Those are the guys who are going to get fucking angry.
We need guys who want to prove something.
Yes.
Because this is going to be the ultimate test. And if they're just going to stand around, these other young English lads are just going to dance around them. Bellingham's going to have them on a goddamn mixtape. Every single one of them.
He really will.
If we get a result against England, it's going to be because Tyler Adams went off again. And I thought he was...
Yeah.
Oh, he had a great game today.
I'm tempted to say man of the match. I could see the argument for Tim Ream as well. I thought both of them were really, really solid. And Jedi, bro, we didn't even talk about him. He was causing problems.
Jedi was quiet. He had a quiet, good game. Good game, which is honestly, that's what you need. Against England, that's what you need. You need the exact same thing. You just got to put him in his office and let him go to work.
Mm-hmm.
We need our Prem boys to beat the English.
Correct.
It's time now. Because I'm honestly terrified that Greg is going to overthink this. He's going to say, okay, England are going to play fast up top. So I need Aaron Long as one of my center backs to keep up with them. I'm honestly, guys, 35% chance that happens.
There is, yeah.
It's not a long shot. It's a possibility.
He is thinking about that right now. Right now, he is thinking about that.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
He's probably drinking a beer with Aaron Long right now, the one beer that he was able to find in Doha, and he's like, I need you next game. Aaron Long's like, I got you, coach.
You don't contemplating life right now.
I won't let you down again. He was like, that's right.
He's like, the first 15 times, those were flukes. This is where it changes. Against the greatest team in the group.
I'm dropping Bream for you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen, dude.
No.
I can see it now, bro.
We're going to get massacred.
All right. You want to do score predictions? What do we think?
4-0.
Whoa, you think we get walloped?
You think we get embarrassed? Soundly embarrassed. I'm going to say...
Just because I'm hyped doesn't mean I'm optimistic here, okay? Just because I'm fired up about this shit does not mean I'm optimistic.
I'm going to say 3-2.
Okay. I would lose my mind over a 3-2. USA
genuine question.
Die for 3-2.
When was the last time we conceded 4? We don't concede like that.
We don't concede like that. You're right.
When was the last time we conceded 4?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I can't remember. I really can't remember. Argentina, Copa America, 4-0.
Wow. When was that?
We were at that game.
2016. Y'all were at that game.
It was the Centenario. So 2019, 2016.
It was in 2019, 2016. We were still in college, right?
Yeah, it was 2016. 2016. Yeah, Juan Carlos Osorio was the Mexico manager. Yeah. Yep. That was the last one I remember.
That was a great fucking game. That was a great fucking game.
Brad Guzan was our starting keeper.
And I've hated Alexi Lalas ever since.
So God.
I really want to know what the American media is saying about this game. Can we find something? I'm going to go to Alexi Lalas' Twitter right now. Let's see if we can find.
Let me see. News.
You didn't bring that motherfucker here. I'm having such a good night right now.
The Los Angeles Times 11 minutes ago posted an article that said Christian Pulisic can't save U.S. and World Cup draw with Wales.
No, we can't. The Los Angeles Times doesn't know a goddamn thing
about
The
New York Times says...
They've never watched a game.
Never.
They watch the highlights occasionally. That's about it.
Pulisic and United States captain Adams confident of beating England. Fools.
The Washington Post article is the U.S. men's national team proves it belongs in a 1-1 World Cup draw with Wales. Proves what?
Proves it belongs. Proves that they should be a World Cup team. How do you prove your World Cup team by drawing one of the worst, if not the worst, European teams in the tournament?
Yeah, and it's literally the main picture is Gareth Bale punching Pulisic in the face. I'm not even kidding.
That's interesting. Like, okay, a 1-1 draw doesn't prove that we don't belong, but it doesn't prove that we belong.
Right.
We didn't win. Like,
no.
What the fuck? Like,
the last thing that we did that
U.S. makes statement in draw with Wales. No, it don't. No, they didn't.
The last thing we did that proved that we belonged in the World Cup was when we crashed out in 2014. That performance against Portugal. You hold your head high after that.
And
after
Belgium,
Ronaldo,
yeah.
Holy shit! So I'm going to read this quote out to you from Berhalter.
Okay.
In response to being questioned about how they prepare for England, he answered, "This is a pretty easy one. You're getting to play England. I mean, that's the recovery right there. There's not going to be many tired players come Friday."
What does that mean? Read that again? What?
He's saying that it is pretty easy to have to prepare for England because all the players are going to be healthy and they're not going to be tired, even though they're going to go through hell for 90 minutes.
That sounds very cryptic to me. I don't like that. That's not a real people answer. That scares me because it means he already has his squad selection picked out. You know, he's like, oh, it's easy because, you know, I'm just going to
Aaron Long, baby.
Aaron Long,
say that, bro.
Roldan, Acosta.
He's going to play Ferreira up top because he's going to be like, he's faster than Sargent.
Oh, my God. No.
Even though
he'll help out more in the build-up play.
Yeah.
Even though Ferreira hasn't played against an Englishman in his entire life.
Shit, he's going to get so exposed. Yeah, I'm scared.
I think I don't think I gave a score. I'm going to say 2-1 England.
Okay.
I just don't think we concede a lot. And if England score 4 after putting 6 past Iran, everybody else watch out. Like,
yeah,
we were all wrong. Like, all hail King Southgate. Like, this is going, they're going all the way, baby. It's done.
It's coming home, baby.
It's coming home. Like,
it's
coming
home.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man. That'd be crazy. 10 goals in their first 2 games. Harry Kane has 0. It's like, oh, we're really fucked now. Like, this is everyone else quaking in their boots. The Dutch are like, we don't want this in the knockouts. That would be insane.
They just hold up the white flag. Yeah.
And you know what? Southgate, I don't think would let him do that. I think he would score 2 and be like, all right, we've got the 3 points, lock it down. No injuries. I think he's too pragmatic to let them run riot again. And we're not gonna pull an Iran and have a historic collapse. Now we could concede 3, but if we concede 4 against England, who have been struggling to score lately, of course, not including the Iran game, I don't know. And I just think that they'll give up one chance that hopefully we put it away.
That would be a huge step backwards for the culture and the growth of the sport, honestly. If we got embarrassed by England, like a 4-0 type.
A 4-0 would be... I mean, Greg should do the right thing and step down. With one game
after
left. He should step down after the game in the press conference. Yes.
No
he should say,
chance he'd do that.
I need to make decisions to give my team the best chance of progressing, which includes my resignation. And then he just walks off the podium.
And then he takes out what's the short sword that you said, Connor?
The wakizashi.
Oh yeah.
He takes the wakizashi. Yep.
That would be honorable. But no.
And Aaron cuts his fucking head off.
Greg is too arrogant.
He does seem full of himself, although I don't really know if I can tell you a manager, especially international, that is not full of himself. At least a little bit. They're all narcissists to a degree. You have to be.
You have to be.
You have to be to make it this far.
That's what you want. To be completely transparent, like.
Yeah.
It would kind of be disastrous. Like if we got spanked, then I think all the other CONCACAF teams as well would be like, uh-oh. Like, these Europeans are pretty good. So, it doesn't sound like any of us are predicting the U.S. win. I certainly am not.
No, I'm not. Maybe my 4-0 was a little harsh, but I do think there will be moments where we play well, but I think on the whole, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
Yeah. What's dangerous about this is because we didn't get the 3 points, we basically cannot lose. So what is the mentality of the guys? This is a young team. Is it, we cannot lose against England, or is it we need to beat England? Because those are very different mindsets.
Christian Pulisic, I think they've been preparing for this. I will say, I've said, you obviously know my sentiments for this U.S. team and my expectations, but what I will say is I think they knew this. I think they knew this going in, and I think they're behaving as such, and that is why we're seeing some of this hype shit. Like, I don't know, that article that I read off, like Adams and Pulisic confident of win over England. That is the mentality that you've got to have going into this, because they knew this. They knew this. If we lose this fucking game, it's out of our hands. It's out of our hands. So we need a draw at the very least. We need a result. This is not like we need this because I want it really bad. No, we need this because the future of the U.S. men's national team is on the line after this. Full stop.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And the future of pride. Yeah. The national pride. CONCACAF, really. I don't know.
What do you guys think it says if England and Wales are the two to go through? If the two Euro teams go through?
I think it says a lot about my ball knowledge, baby. I think it says a lot about my ball knowledge, because that's what I wrote down, and that it shall be.
There's 7 other groups, so we'll see how those play out. You got a lot of stuff to be wrong about still.
A
lot could go wrong.
Yeah, especially with their 7 other takes.
South Korea's second. It ain't looking good right now.
It ain't looking good.
Neither is Japan second, to be fair. That looks horrible.
Bro, I can write this shit up on Cheyenne.
Okay.
I'm still feeling good about Japan. I mean, 2 European teams making out of the World Cup, I think that's everyone's expectations. Honestly, I think that's the average football fan from across the world. That's what they expect.
On paper, it's the smart bet. Full stop.
Fair. Yeah.
Because it's like we've said multiple times throughout since we started this podcast, in order to be good at the sport, you got to practice and play against teams that are better than you or at the same caliber. You can't be a world beater and play Turks and Caicos or Suriname and expect to be able to play with the big dogs in Europe.
Yep.
Well said. I don't really got anything else to say about this game.
I don't either.
Got the English next.
Got the English next.
God save the
U.S. God save the U.S. Yeah, because he did what he could for the Queen, but
these boys better get some ice baths in, better get their masseuses to give them good massages, and they better, to Greg's quote, they better be well rested because they're going to be running. They're going to be running a lot.
They're going to be running a lot.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hope England is hitting the fish and chips hard. I hope they're hitting the fish and chips hard, and I hope they're celebrating with some smuggled Guinness or Harp Lager right now. Mm-hmm. Some Stellas, some fucking Stellas. They better have that cheeky Stella supply in the back room. We're gonna need them to be hungover.
Maybe that's a good point. Maybe that Iran beatdown will actually benefit us because they're gonna take the foot off. They might be like, we just need a point.
Yeah.
Which might if their mentality isn't right. And England, we saw in the Euros, they do not have the best mentality. I mean, they scored against Italy and they froze. Like, they didn't know what to do. So there's a chance I could do it again. Southgate versus Greg, the moment we've all been waiting for. Battle of the GOATs. We're going to see. We're finally going to see which guy's better.